One of the greatest problems facing our community today is education. There are many factors in the educational system that reduce the ability for a student to learn, one of which is large classrooms. A study showed that 14% of U.S. schools exceed capacity. Children need more attention to succeed, and overcrowded classrooms are making it tougher for teachers and students. When a school's funding gets cut, classrooms and staff are impacted greatly. Teachers are let go, and classrooms get larger, creating a tougher environment for a student to learn. Teachers are not able to focus on every student when a classroom size goes above 30 students. More people need to create awareness about funding for schools. If enough money is gathered, schools can have more staff and smaller classrooms to help students succeed. Studies show that students living at or below the poverty level tend to have the highest dropout rate. Students are not able to perform to the best of their ability if they do not get enough food or sleep. More schools need to provide cheaper meals to help students with the ability to learn. Outside factors play a significant role in a student's ability to learn. Divorce, single parents, poverty, violence, bullies, and many other issues are challenges a student can bring to school every day. Teachers can only do so much to help the child learn, but people need to create awareness to help parents deal with the outside of school matters so the teachers can focus on teaching students properly. Parents also need to address students' behaviors. They need to teach their children how to respect teachers and the school system because it really is a privilege to go to school and learn. One of the greatest problems facing our world community is global warming. Global warming can make storms, floods, and droughts way more severe. Hurricanes will become more destructive and create property loss, and it can also cause fatal injuries to many people. Evidence shows that heat waves, droughts, and intense rain have increased over the last 50 years. Global warming melts ice and glaciers very quickly, leading to rising sea levels. The rate of rising sea levels is currently accelerating. Satellite measurements reveal that the Greenland and West Antarctic ice sheets are shedding about 125 billion tons of ice per year. The rising sea levels can erode many coasts, leading to completely destroying some islands and coasts of many countries, including severely injuring and killing many people. Global warming affects ecosystems drastically. It changes the lifestyle of pollinators such as bees. Bees can become out of sync with plants and trees, which can limit the ability for plants to survive and reproduce, basically reducing the availability of food in the food chain. The mild winters global warming creates fail to kill dormant insects, which can create infestations and spread disease and viruses. The hotter summers can also create dangerous heat strokes and fires. Although global warming isn't completely fixable, people can start to reduce the chances of dangerous hurricanes, heat waves, rising sea levels, and loss of plant life. One of the ways is to build a cleaner economy. This means to be less dependent on fossil fuels and try to prevent bad gases going into the air. We can also expand renewable energy and become more fuel efficient. People can reduce power plant carbon emissions and try using electric cars. Even little acts such as riding bikes and using less power in the house can make a huge difference in the long run. If I could have dinner with one important leader, that leader would be Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela was a South African politician, the leader of the anti-apartheid group, a revolutionary, a philanthropist, and a winner of the Nobel Peace Prize. He's a very profound leader who influenced other leaders such as Martin Luther King Jr. I'm hoping to learn what he did, how he did it, and what made him the great leader that he was. Nelson Mandela had a drive for helping people throughout his entire life. He wanted to abolish racism and create a democracy and free society in South Africa. He was the face of the anti-apartheid movement and was the leader for peaceful protests against the white minority oppressive regime in a racially divided South Africa. Nelson Mandela was arrested for treason many times in an attempt at trying to make peace in South Africa and the world. After decades in jail, he became the first black and democratically elected president of South Africa. In his presidency, he created a constitution which established a strong central government prohibiting discrimination against minorities, including whites, to improve race relations. Nelson Mandela's drive for being a leader is very inspiring, and I hope to improve my leadership qualities by taking what he did and use it in my own special way.